On the night of November 28, 2016, a plane carrying 77 people crashed into the Andes Mountains in Colombia. On board, the entire first-team squad of Chapecoense, a small Brazilian football club from a city of 200,000 people. They had just reached the final of the most important club competition in South America. 71 people died, 6 survived. And what happened in the days that followed, in Brazil, in Colombia, and across the football world, was something nobody had a script for. This is not just a story about a plane crash, it's a story about a city that lost everything, and about the decisions that should never have been made. To understand why this tragedy hit Brazil the way it did, you need to understand what Chapecoense was. Not a glamorous club. Chapecoense was from Chapeco, a small city in the southern state of Santa Catarina, deep in agricultural country. The club had spent most of its history in the lower divisions. It had been promoted to Brazil's top flight only in 2014. Through extraordinary management and team cohesion, they had reached the final of the Copa Sudamericana. Their opponent in the final was Atlético Nacional of Medellín. The entire squad boarded a charter flight on the night of November 28th. Flight 2933 was operated by LaMia Airlines, a small Bolivian charter company with a single aircraft. The Avro RJ-85 took off from Santa Cruz, Bolivia. The flight required a stop to refuel. That stop was skipped. The crew was concerned about duty hour limits, so they flew direct. As the plane approached Medellín, it ran out of fuel, because the flight had been planned with zero fuel reserve margin, in direct violation of aviation safety regulations. At 22:00 local time, the crew declared an emergency. 4 minutes later, the plane went down in the mountains near La Unión. Of the 77 people on board, 71 died. Among the survivors, 3 players, a journalist, a flight attendant, and a crew member. The investigation was damning. LaMia Airlines had a history of operating at the absolute edge of fuel regulations. The captain was also a part owner. He had financial incentive to skip the fuel stop and complete the route on schedule. The travel agency had chosen LaMia because it was cheaper. Every single decision prioritized cost and schedule over safety. What happened in the days after the crash was something the football world had never seen before. Atlético Nacional requested the trophy be awarded to Chapecoense. Clubs across Brazil offered players on loan, free of charge. In Chapeco, more than 100,000 gathered in the streets for a public vigil. Solidarity across borders was powerful. Chapecoense rebuilt. They returned to the pitch. The club exists today, but the people who were on that plane do not. The financial pressures still exist for every small club. The truth is, it killed 71 people with families and lives. Remember them. Subscribe if this matters to you and share it. Because the people on that plane deserve more than a footnote.